The Shark Deck.
I'm Johnny Mack with 5 good news stories. There's good news on the breast cancer front. A 10-year study of more than 500,000 women found that the number of people who die after a breast cancer diagnosis has decreased by 2/3 since the 1990s. Between 1993 and 1999, you had a 14.4% risk of dying within 5 years. That risk has fallen to 4.9% for women diagnosed between 2010 and 2015. It found that the risk of death had decreased across nearly all age groups. They think the reasoning is better screening and they're catching things earlier. Police officers used a freshly baked muffin to rescue a scared dog. A German Shepherd was in an Arizona canal and the dog was kind of exhausted and couldn't figure out how to get out of the water. The dog initially refused to come close to a police officer. That's when another officer came in with a unique plan, bribing the dog with pumpkin muffins. The officer's wife had baked the muffins for his shift. A spokesperson said, Officer Sorensen was able to use the muffin as a tool to get the dog close, at which time he grabbed onto his collar and removed him from the canal. The dog was reunited with his owner, who lived down the street. Good news out of California. California's Lake Oroville is back to 100% capacity for the first time since 2019. It's the state's second largest reservoir. In 2021, it was at just 1% of its capacity, so low that a major hydroelectric power plant had to be shut down for the first time since it had opened in 1967. Meanwhile, in Iceland, the government said it's suspending this year's whale hunt. So good news if you're a whale, at least through the end of August. The Humane Society called it a major milestone in compassionate whale conservation. The food minister of Iceland said, I've taken the decision to suspend whaling. The Humane Society said there's no humane way to kill a whale at sea, and we urge the minister to make this a permanent ban. Whales already face so many threats in the oceans: pollution, climate change, entanglement in fish nets, ship strikes, that ending cruel commercial whaling is the only ethical conclusion. Robert Reed is the head of Sea Shepherd UK and said the decision is a huge blow to other whaling nations. Quote, if whaling can't be done humanely here in Iceland, it can't be done humanely anywhere.
I am Patty Callahan Henry.
I am Mary Kay Andrews.
I'm Kristen Harbell.
And I'm Christy Whitson Harvey.
Friends in Fiction is led by 4 longtime friends, the 4 of us, with more than 75 published books between us.
Through in-depth conversations and interviews, we discuss the books we've written, the books we're reading, and the art of storytelling.
We are here with endless stories to support indie bookstores, authors, librarians, and readers just like you.
We are always seeking innovative ways to introduce dynamic voices and trends in publishing.
On this channel, you will find hundreds of episodes with some of your favorite authors, including the 4 of us with our new releases, as we reveal the stories behind the stories, offer writing tips, and talk about the creation of novels, memoirs, and nonfiction titles.
So, if you love books and you're curious about the writing world, you are in the right place.
You can listen to Friends and Fiction on any major streaming platform.
Hey, good news. You know that plant you brought to the office in 2009? It's now 600 feet long. Des and Allie Brennan work at Protective Solutions. Back in 2009, they brought in a small potted ivy cutting. They just wanted to brighten up the office. 14 years later, the plant has grown to almost 600 feet long. It sprouts new shoots that require pinning up across office walls. Allie said, it started off as a bit of a laugh, but we wouldn't be without it now. We have to get another one if it ever went. The ivy grows at an impressive rate of 6 inches per month and covers almost the entire office. Allie said, we try to keep it off the desk so it doesn't get in the way, but it hangs down and it's joined on the monitors. It makes a huge difference to the office. We can't envision the place without it. The office itself is only 50 by 25, so the ivy has had to crisscross the ceiling back over itself a few times. Allie says it's a big talking point when customers come in. People ask if it's real, but I'm not sure we'd ever get a fake one this big. Although, plant, watch out. She says if it continues to grow, they might have to bring machetes to the office to hack through the growth. And that is your 5 good news stories for today. Follow the show for free on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, wherever you get your shows. You have a great day.
Hi, I'm Mark Francis and host of a new podcast, The Messi Effect. Join us as we take you into the exciting new world of Argentine soccer phenomenon, Lionel Messi. and his new life at Inter Miami. We'll bring you into the glitz, the glamour, the star-studded events, along with the exciting journey to a new world of U.S. soccer and international football with news and stories 3 times a week. Come along for the ride as Messi, Miami, and Major League Soccer experience the journey of a lifetime. Get the Messi Effect wherever you get your podcasts.